Today, we'll be showing you guys how to replace the tire on your Apollo Pro. For this repair, all you'll need is a 21mm wrench, 4mm Allen key, and a couple of tire irons. So first things first, we are going to remove the rubber caps that cover our motor nuts. You can use an Allen key to remove them. Next, we'll go ahead and loosen our drum brake. Remove the adjustment bit, then pull the line through the lever. Like so. Take the spring off and remove the holder piece from the arm. Next, we'll go ahead and push the line through. Just like that. And now we will remove the screw that holds the drum brake in place. Now we can put our screw to the side. And next we will loosen up our motor nuts. This requires a 21mm wrench. And next, before we remove the tire from the swing arms, we will disconnect the connector on the side. And now the motor should just slide right out. And just like that, the motor is now off of its swing arms. Now that we've got the motor off of our swing arm, you can go ahead and deflate our tire all the way. Now we'll make sure that all of the air is really out. We'll just give the tires a bit of a push. Next, you're gonna wanna go ahead and grab a friend. So for this, we will be using tire irons to get the tires off of the motor. So first, we'll slide one side like that. And now that's one side. We'll flip the tire over. All right. And like that, the tire comes off of the motor. Next, we'll begin the process of putting the tire back on. So first things first is to put the motor flush down and then press so that the first side of the tire slips on. When doing this, make sure that you are putting the tire back on in the correct rotation. Now we've got one side on, we can go ahead and start putting the other side through. This part is a bit more difficult, so try to take your time. The tire is back on its motor. We'll look to see that it's correctly on the bead. And next, we'll go ahead and fill up the tire with some air. So now we'll inflate the tire to the correct PSI, which is 35. You might find that the air is not holding, So it is recommended to just push on these sides, and this will help seal the tire. Now that we've got our tire inflated, we can start the process of putting the motor back onto the scooter. When putting the motors back, make sure to put the washers in the correct place. There is one washer on each side of the motor shaft. Also, when placing the motor back into the swing arms, it's important to make sure that the drum brake is put in the correct position as well. And now we'll put our motor nuts back on. Now with our motor nuts back in place and secured, we will put the screw that holds the drum brake in place. Now we can start putting back the brake line in place and all of its components. Now with the line back in its placeholder, we'll put this holder piece back in its arm. Then we will grab our spring and put it on the line. And then we can just push the line through the holder piece's hole. And then we will put the adjustment screw back on. Make sure to adjust your brakes accordingly to your liking. Now we will put our rubber caps back on. And the last thing we will do is make sure that our motor connector is reconnected, and we will screw it together. And that is how you replace the tire on your Apollo Pro.